Alright, I don't really want to hate too much, but I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on this take because this one may appear controversial on the surface, but it just makes sense. And the take that I'm going to present you guys with today is that these NBA playoffs are boring. And more specifically, the Eastern Conference, because the Western Conference is fascinating. I mean, you had the Lakers Nuggets series, that was great. Nuggets Timberwolves, I don't think anyone was expecting that. And now this Mavericks series, it's honestly just been going great. You had the youngest team ever to reach to the first seed, the Thunder. Western Conference has been stellar. Eastern Conference, not so much. It seems like the Celtics are about to will themselves to a Mickey Mouse ring, like many like to call it, because every team that they've played so far has been injured, and honestly, we've seen this domination from them for basically the entire year. I mean, obviously they had the best record in the NBA. They were just great the entire season. Now we keep seeing this. Yeah, it's nice to see. But I don't really want to watch this. It's not entertaining. It's like when you would watch LeBron versus the Warriors and you knew that every single year in the NBA Finals they're going to make it. Celtics went 64 and 18 this regular season, which was so much better than any other team. In fact, the closest team to them were, well, it's a tie between the Thunder and the Nuggets, and they were both 7 games behind. The Celtics were just head and shoulders above everybody the entire series, and it makes sense because they have such a stacked roster. I mean, got Porzingis, you got Jalen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. Their literally eighth option is Prem Pritchard, who dropped 30 multiple times this season and even had a 40 piece. They're a great team, and they just steamroll through the other teams. And tonight, Tyrese Halliburton got injured and was out for half the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter, which was pretty scary. And it just makes this run even more Mickey Mouse. I can't overstress this. The Heat, Jimmy Butler was out. Enough said. Jimmy Butler was the only reason that they beat them last year. Next round, they played the Cavs. Guys, are we serious? The Orlando Magic, one of the youngest teams in the entire NBA, took them to 7. Oh, wait, did I mention that they were without Donovan Mitchell and Jarrett Allen for half of the series? Yeah, the Cavs were missing everybody. Now the Pacers missing Tyrese Halliburton at the very least half a game, and it's not looking like he's going to come back in time. The Pacers also missing Ben Mathurin, who has been one of the biggest highlights of this entire season. I mean, he's been injured for so long, but he was such a big piece. I mean, they're literally playing people like Doug McDermott and Isaiah Jackson for 12 and 16 minutes. And like, come on. Can't argue that the Celtics are playing actually good teams when that's who they're playing. I mean, at this point, this title run might just be more fraudulent than the bubble. And guys, we all know how lame the bubble was, how it basically doesn't even. I mean, obviously it counts, it was extremely hard, but you didn't even have some teams playing there. Like, it's just ridiculous, and it seems the same right now. I mean, a Joel Embiid injury, a Jalen Brunson injury, OG Anunoby injury, Julius Randle season-ending injury is the very least that's happened in the Eastern Conference this year. I mean, Tatum literally can have a stinker night in and night out. He's been not even top 15 best players these playoffs. TJ McCollum has outplayed him. Aaron Nesmith has outplayed him according to the NBA's rankings. And they're still winning games. In fact, they're not just winning games, they're demolishing it in games. Their recent point differentials have been plus 16, plus 5, plus 17, plus 7, plus 13, a huge blowout loss to the Cavaliers. They beat the Cavaliers by 25 first game, beat the Heat 34 to close it out, beat them by 14, and beat them by 20. This team is just so incredibly good. Then you add on, apparently, Tatum, the first option, has stinkers night in and night out. But Jaylen Brown, who was just snubbed from All NBA third team, dropped 40. He dropped 40 tonight without even batting an eye. It just seemed like a normal night for him. It wasn't anything impressive. I wasn't like, wow, Jaylen Brown, he really just had a career night tonight. No, he just dropped 40, just a casual 40 points. Derek White, these playoffs, he's literally been averaging 20 points per game. Like, are we serious? Derek White, we're letting Derek White average 20 points per. Oh my goodness! I mean, this team is just so insanely stacked. Then you've got, heck, even Drew Holiday's been going off. 107% true shooting, had a double-double, 15 points, 10 assists tonight. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I'm just running through everyone's stats. He dropped 28, 7, and 8 last game, and he's been averaging more than 14 points the entire playoffs. That's ridiculous considering that he's not even an offensive player. He's a defensive player. Then go to Al Horford, who has literally been averaging 9 rebounds per game these playoffs, up from 6 in the regular season. They have, not only do they have playoff risers, but they have their best player be a playoff faller, a playoff, heck, you could call him a playoff choker if we're really getting serious. Because, I mean, losing to the Miami Heat last year, losing to the Warriors in the 2022 NBA Finals, he's just not been good in the finals or the playoffs in general. And they're still winning games. They're winning games by a large margin. It doesn't even seem fair that the league has to go through something like this. Full prompts to the front office of the Celtics. But I don't like this. It's not fun to watch. Maybe I'm just biased because my team isn't even in the NBA playoffs. But, I mean, right now, I've been watching the WNBA more than I've been watching the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Western Conference I watch a ton because obviously it has teams that I actually enjoy seeing because the series are competitive. But without half the players on the Eastern Conference even playing, and the Celtics somehow magically avoiding most of this injury bug, it's it doesn't even seem fair. It seems like the league is rigged towards the Celtics. Drop a like if you agree, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.